Hi, how are you? It's Travis in here, and welcome back to our adventures with the Hardcore Warrior.
Greetings.
Today we are in Tanaris, guys, and we will be heading back to Dustswallow Marsh as the plan. For today, we have a few quests that we did not finish, so I want to make sure we finish those
Where would you like
before
to
we
fly
get back to questing in Tanaris again.
Strength.
And we're also close to level 48, like a bar and a half away. So probably after we finish this quest, I would assume we'd be 48. And then we'll probably fly back to Orgrimmar. Maybe get lucky, get another buff, who knows. And then, you know, we'll train some abilities up. Get Execute 4, Heroic Strike 7, Mortal Strike 2, like huge abilities. Thunderclap 5. And then we'll probably come back to Tanaris and do a little bit of questing here. Supposedly we can get the eggs from the rock. It's like these vultures around here. Supposedly they drop the giant eggs. I should probably look into getting the Alturic Swiss as well while we're in Orgrimmar. There has to be a dealer there, an Alturic Swiss dealer. But I hope you guys are doing well today. I am doing pretty good. Looking forward to hitting 48. And it's cool that we're getting back into Zul'Farrak again. I really like that dungeon. It's a pretty cool dungeon. It's cool how you can mount up in it. It's one of the things that I enjoy about Zul'Farrak. And I heard some pretty cool news from the creators of Baldur's Gate 3. They said his studio isn't interested in making DLCs because it's boring. Shout out to them, man. I believe they're called Larian Studios, I think. Pretty sure. But shout out to them. Yeah, it's Larian Studios. That's what it's called. Just wanted to make sure. It's crazy how as a horde player you can fly over this, you know, Theramore Isle and everything's okay. Seems kind of weird. Oh, there's a Tauren flying above us. But yeah, shout out to Larian Studios. That's cool, man. DLCs suck. No one likes, you know, paying for DLCs or buying DLCs. When you buy a game, you kind of just expect it to, you know. It's like if you get anything extra, it's just an add-on, right? They just add it on to the game. And what that's supposed to do is it's supposed to generate more sales, right? So people that haven't bought the game yet are like, hey, you know what? Maybe I'll purchase it because, you know, they've added even more content to the game. And to be honest, I haven't bought Baldur's Gate 3 yet, but I probably will, even if I don't play it. Just because one day I'll eventually play it, probably. It's a game of the year. It's like probably one of the top. It could be a top. It's probably maybe a top 50 game all time. From what I've heard. All right, we're back, guys. We got 54 minutes on our Rallying Cry of the Dragon Slayer. So let's make use of that. Sergey got level 60. Congrats to Sergey. We have a couple mages I got. Lane on our ride here. Dustswallow Marsh, 34 mage. Died in Hillsbrad Foothills, and another one got wrecked in Durtar. Didn't really tell you what they died to, though. And another badass game. World of Tanks. Supposedly, they're getting in trouble with the Russian government. And supposedly, Russia wants to seize the World of Tanks developer. Because supposedly, they made a bundle. Which is kind of crazy that a game is doing this. They made just a supporting Ukraine bundle. I think it's like a... And what it does, it supports like, you know, hospital, like these like paramedic trucks that have like defibrillators in them and stuff like that. Just to help the injured, right? And that's what the money goes towards. So yeah, pretty badass. You have to be brave to do that, you know what I mean? I never played World of Tanks. I had some buddies who loved that game. All it is just like a tank battle royale, it seems like. Alright, so let's focus up, guys. You don't want to die today. Trickster's Headdress of Intellect dropped. 93 armor, 17 intellect. Okay. It looks like we don't... Yeah, I forgot to do some cooking. We have to do We have to get cooking quest done. I'm focusing on that right after this. But we'll eat... we do have some tender wolf steak, but I don't really want to eat that for this quest because it's... Doesn't really make that much of a difference. It's just a better food buff. I wanted to save these foods for like dungeons. But, you know, we got the food. Might as well eat it. Just all ash tails here. We're looking for the scouts. We need 8 more. There's a fireman scout right here. Where the whelps at? You know what's kind of nice about right now? It doesn't really seem like there's a bunch of people here. Like last time we were in the zone. I think we'll probably get these quest done fairly quick. Still have to be kind of careful though. Yeah, look at all the scouts here. This is perfect. And there's actually one more scale bane we have to get. Yeah, we'll clean up. I think we'll probably clean it all up right here. It was smart taking a break from this zone when we did. Because I was just running around on my mount and we weren't getting anything. So it was smart to just, you know, take a break, leave, turn in some quests, sell some loot. and then just come back. But I hope we get 48 while we're here. We'll see. It'll be close. It depends how much XP we get from the quests we turn in. Okay, so we have to watch out in here. We're in a cave now. And these ash tails are not very kind. So there's a patrol here. We'll wait for this patrol to get a little closer. Oh, another one. See? Another scout. It'd be nice if we can get both. There we go. Not really doing that much damage. This was a bad idea. There we go. Finally a crit on the cleave. Let's eat up here. And it's a good thing we didn't, like, imagine I charged in, we pulled also the ash tail. That ash tail can do, like, 30% of my health in, like, one hit. With, I don't know what they call it, a flame strike or both. It's like a big burst of AoE damage that they do. Okay. So we're done with the scouts. I'm just looking for a scale bane. They're supposedly in here. There's one in that corner back there where the mithril deposit is. We should probably just go there. I think that's what we'll do. And the mage is getting close to 60, guys. Looking forward to that. We'll finally get into some end game. Should be fun. There's a scale bane right there. Probably do is mix of PvP and PvE. And I recently got a Briarwood Reed. From Upper Blackrock Spire, which is a pretty good prebis trinket for mages. Show you guys while we're... There we go, we got it. I'll show you guys here. This is the trinket here. 29 spell damage it gives you. Really nice for casters. All casters pretty much want it. Got another mithril deposit in there. We're going to just get out of here. I think that's a good idea. Caves are not safe. There we go. We dealt with all of the scouts and the ash tails and the scale banes. And now we just have to... There's an iron deposit out here. Just have to get the whelps. Wonder how the buffs are going. I'll probably do a little bit of endgame on this warrior. Like, we'll see. See how everything's going. I have been thinking about, like, the next character I want to play. And I do want to level a monk in Mists of Pandaria. I think it would be kind of cool to do that. And pandas will be coming out pretty soon. So we might do that. I don't know what faction. I might level him on Grobulus. And we'll level him as an alliance monk. Because I might keep flag carrier going. Who knows? We'll see. And flag carrier's on the horde side, so if I do, the horde side on flag carrier and then the alliance side on the new monk, then we'll get to see pretty much both sides of Mr. Pandaria, right? We'll get to see the alliance side and the horde side, which I think would be kind of cool. Don't know if I'll be doing much endgame in pandas. We'll see. Maybe, maybe not. Because I'll probably be more invested in the classic on the mage, but I do plan on checking out Mr. Pandaria. I was thinking about doing another alt in classic, but not too sure if I want to, because that alt will most likely just be an alt that we're preparing for TBC. Because at the rate that I level at, which is like an hour a day, takes around like 4 to 5 months. Sometimes 5 to 6 to level a character. Yeah, it's around like 5 months. So in 5 months, like we could level a classic character, but in 5 months, we'll most likely be in the final phase of classic. I would assume we'll probably be, which is the best phase. And you can still level a character right now and enjoy like all the content if you want to get to endgame. Depends how fast you level, right? But that character will probably just be a character that it's mostly for TBC. And I don't want to overload myself with playthroughs. Because if I do that, then I would have to stop like the end game on some of them. And I do want to, have some time to play other games. That's one thing I'm trying to do this year, is to not just play WoW. Scroll out a little bit here. Gotta watch out for the patrols. I think we'd be fine if we ran into them. Seem to get a lot of rage from these whelps. They get completely wrecked by us. But yeah, Pandas seems like it's going to be the next big release in WoW. It's not even really a new release, but it's gonna be pretty fun for a few months, I think. Like the launch of any expansion is just pretty damn fun for a few months, especially when they do, server, like fresh server releases, like they did with, Anniversary. That was just awesome. I always like to get involved in when those launch. Because there's nothing like it, right? Like a fresh server launch is amazing. That's why I kind of stopped playing SOD. Like, they're just so rare, right? Having a fresh server come out. I kind of just stopped playing, Season of Discovery once the Anniversary came out. But if I do start another classic playthrough, it'll either be like a warlock, priest, paladin. I think if I go hardcore again, I might go priest, just because it would be cool to see what it's like to heal dungeons instead of tank them. I think I would probably hate it. Because, you know, you're kind of just not in any control of anything as a healer. Like, you kind of just clean up the messes that the tanks, that the tank, you know, brings, or that the DPS bring. So I can understand why, like, you know, that priest, like, ditched me in a RFD when I didn't go to, like, the boss he wanted. Because he wants to go there, but he can't because the tank's just not going there. And that is kind of annoying. I mean, but the thing is, he didn't have to do what he did. You know, he didn't have to just hearth out like that. He could have just said, hey, man, there's a boss I want to do back here. And I would have turned around, you know, right away. But maybe he just didn't want to ask. And that's the thing about being a priest. Like, you're just, in a healer in general, you're just kind of just tagging along and keeping everybody alive. And the thing is, if you join a group with a tank that doesn't really, you know what they're doing, or they're playing a little bit dangerous, you're dead. Like, you're the first one to go down usually. Or like, not the first, like, it could be the tank that goes down if they're holding threat, and you're like, if you're checking your threat meter and making sure your heals don't, you know, pull a bunch of stuff. But the tank could get you into trouble. It's easy to pull threat when you're just, like, pumping heals, right, on a big pull. And that's how a lot of healers just get wrecked. But they have abilities, you know, priest has fade. Can help you drop threat. Tanks have AoE taunt, right? Eventually. So if the tank's not using AoE taunt, then you can kind of call them out on that. Like, if I ever let a healer die and I have AoE taunt, that's on me. Thankfully, no one's died in my dungeons, in the dungeons we've ran. That would be kind of devastating. I actually haven't really witnessed many deaths in front of me, you know, on this character, you know? So, this Tauren's had a pretty, I don't know, I guess peaceful life that way. Not really, though. Every day we're kind of like slaying monsters. Not very peaceful. And we leveled up, guys. We're level 48 now. And we're going to get another rank of improved Demo Shout, which will increase the melee attack power reduction of Demo Shout by 24%. So we'll be spamming that as much as we can in dungeons. And we should be doing it out in the world too, but I get a little greedy with rage, I guess, and I want to dump it all into damage instead of defensive abilities. Like, here I should just use it, but like I could have, you know, could have used it for on rage maybe, I don't know, but it doesn't hurt to use it. I should probably use it every time. It's a pretty big, you know, attack power reduction. Yeah, 48, guys. 2 more away from 50. 50 is going to be such a great level. Because it really opens up the world, man. We can almost go anywhere. 55 is kind of the sweet spot. Oh my gosh. That was such a sharp turnaround. Thinking about just killing them. That's why you don't really want to be here at, like, if it were 43 there, or even 45, they would have pulled those, and we would have been in a little bit of trouble. But we have a nice buff from that priest up there. He hooked us up with a powered fortitude, which gave us 320 health. So that helps quite a bit. Good for a few more whelps here. And then we'll probably make our way to Orgrimmar. We have our hearth set to gadget stand, so we can just hearth back when we're done. And on the flight there, I'll go and see if we can buy some Alteric Swiss in Orgrimmar. Hopefully we can. Because I think we need quite a bit. Yeah. We have the clam. Yeah, we need 20. That's quite a bit. We should have enough coin for it. We have 24 gold at the moment. Our abilities will probably cost, I think, 12 gold. So, it should be fine. I got this centipede hanging out around me. I don't kill centipedes. I think they're supposedly they're good. They're the good guys. You know, they actually kind of help your house because they pretty much kill all other insects, and they don't really breed. Like, they breed a lot, but the thing is, they end up killing their own kind for food. So you don't ever get, like, flooded with centipedes. There's probably a few, but you'd rather have a couple of centipedes in your house than ants or spiders. So I don't really. I just let them do their thing. I don't really kill them. Because, you know, they're helping me out. But if I ever see a spider in the house, I'm like, oh man, this guy's he's slipping. You know what I mean? He's missing out on some easy food here. Because they're like the ultimate, like, insect predator in your house. And it's kind of insane. The one, like, they're very lucky if they're able to, like, grow to, like, a full-size centipede. Because they, it's a doggy, you know, it's survival of the fittest. And if you see a big centipede like that means that guy's playing the game on expert. You know, he's a hardcore centipede, level 60. So you know, I don't mess with them. I show a little respect. Let them stay around. They don't like light either. They never bug you. So if you're in your, like, in a room where there's light, they're not going to come in and hang out around you. They're just going to leave. Because they like the dark, right? They're more nocturnal. Because I used to kill them, and then I seen a video saying, like, you probably shouldn't. And then I'm like, you know what? You're right. They're doing me a favor. And they can't bite you either. Their mouths are too small. But if they were big, oh man, they'd be terrifying. They would be terrifying, man. I think I played the Centipede build in Diablo 4 on the Spiritborn character, the one that just came out in the new expansion. Spiritborn's a pretty cool class. I had fun playing that. The story was good. But the thing is, I didn't really get deep into the season. I just did the story and I was done. That's how I kind of mostly play Diablo now. I'm not really like into the... I tried the seasonal grind on a rogue in season 1, and I was just like, this kind of sucks. Supposedly it's gotten a lot better, but I'd rather just play WoW. So I don't really jump into the season. But this new season's supposedly not bad. They got Belial is back. He was it's like a lesser demon from Diablo 3. He's in Diablo 3. He's probably in the older Diablos too, maybe. I don't know. I don't think so. I think Belial's like mostly just from 3. And he's like a deceiver type demon. He just deceives everybody. He's pretty crafty. Badass boss fight in Diablo 3. I'm interested to see what kind of boss fight they have for Belial in 4, or what he looks like. But it's cool that they're bringing back, you know, the lesser demons. They need to bring Diablo back, man. That is where that game is, like, making a huge mistake. Everybody just wants to see Diablo in Diablo 4. But they're just, like, time gating the crap out of that. The game's been out for years now. And, like, we haven't got to fight Diablo yet. I think that they kind of messed up there. All right, so let's turn these quests in and then we'll fly over to Orgrimmar. Brackenwall Village. We are done with Brackenwall Village. You kill many of the Black Dragon army, you brave Tauren. Make Tharg happy. So let's see what we got here. Pretty much stuff we don't want, so we'll take the shield and we'll sell it. With the hearts and tongues of scorched offspring of the Black Dragon army, I can decipher what wretched beast introduced her spawn into our home. Perhaps with a greater knowledge of our aggressors, we can seek to destroy them once and for all and reclaim Stonemall Village from ruin. Of course, convincing Mokmarok to remove his lethargic fat mass out of this muckhole is going to be an epic quest in of itself. 'Twas a perilous affair, no doubt, collecting all of these hearts and tongues. I shall delve into the depths of the arcane to trace the origins of the Black Menace, which has ascended upon our former home. All right, so we have 2 items here that are not upgrades. So we'll take the cape. It sells for 42 silver, 72 copper. And we got quite a bit of XP there. Just a bar and a half from turning those quests in. Take a little screenshot here of us looking at Mokmarok. And then we'll fly out to... Did we get... Oh yeah, we got these books. This is where you get all the bandage books. That was scary. We could have died that day. That was pretty dumb of me to come here just to get some first aid books. All it would have taken was a crocodile just to aggro onto us. We would have died. Alright, off to Orgrimmar we go to upgrade our abilities. And hopefully buy some Alterac Swiss. Just want to see where we get that, or what vendor. Hopefully there's one in Orgrimmar. If not, then we'll have to go somewhere else. Sold by 21 vendors. Stormwind has, yeah, no Orgrimmar. Thunderbluff, though, and Keeper Pala. So maybe we'll fly to Thunderbluff. I should have just went to Thunderbluff instead now. I don't even know why I went to Orgrimmar. But hopefully we get lucky and could request to stop. Maybe we'll get a buff while we're there. But yeah, maybe we'll just fly to Thunderbluff after. Shouldn't try to request to stop, but it probably won't stop. Two level 60s just died. An Anvil Ridge reservist in Blackrock Depths. That's why Blackrock Depths is scary. Even at 60, you can get wrecked. And this guy died in Dire Maul to Prince Thortheldrin. Wait a little bit after. I think he enrages during Elves. Yeah, that's rough. Tough death. I wonder which Dire Maul that is. Is that east? It's west. Yeah, it's at the last boss of west. He does like a sacrifice, I think, this guy, doesn't he? No, it's a... He doesn't. That's east. It's a boss in east. This is the last boss. This is after you slay Emulthar. This is a pretty... It's crazy how he died to that guy. We're going to be going into Dire Maul and the Mage to get... I think it's called the Arcane Refreshments quest. And it's a quest to get us the best water in the game. And I have to go into, I think, west and north to complete it. I probably need to go into east as well to get the key, because I didn't get the key yet. So yeah, there's a lot to do. A lot to do on the Mage, so... A lot I want to do. Like, I want to get fishing up too. I haven't started that. I want to get cooking up. I wanted to get my mining up and then engineering. I want to get an epic mount. And I want to try to get Prebis so we can start doing, you know, Molten Core, Nixius Lair, Blackwing Lair. All that good stuff. So I'm going to PvP for the most part. Supposedly Zul'Karub's coming out soon, guys, so this month. We'll be inside ZG, so a lot of good caster gear in there. And there's like a tailoring recipe I forget about that is pretty good in ZG too. I remember casters in my guild used to had like some tailoring thing going on in there, but I never paid attention. Like, I paid attention, but it's years ago, and that was just caster stuff, you know. I played a warrior, so I didn't really think about the casters too much. This version of WoW, it should be called World of Warriors, because that is what, you know, vanilla feels like when you raid. It's literally like a couple of clothies, like 10 clothies and like 40 warriors. A couple hunters in there too, obviously, but and some rogues. But it's just like, I don't know, 25 warriors. It's a lot of warriors in a raid. And they all want the same loot, and they want the loot that the rogues want too, and the hunter wants. So they all fight over the loot. That's the cool thing about being a caster, and that's why I chose to be a caster this time around. There just isn't many in a raid, so you'll get gear pretty damn easily as a caster.
Look, war is upon us, adventurer. It's time for every member of the Horde to answer the call and join the fight against the cowardly alliance.
Oh, here we go. Heroic Strike rank 7. Strong attack, which increases melee damage by 111. Big upgrade there. Mortal Strike rank 2. Vicious Strike that deals weapon damage plus 110 now, so that's an increase of 25 damage, so that's quite a bit. Thunderclap, rank 5. Now does 82 damage. Up to 4 targets. pretty good. It's up from 55 damage. And execute rank 4. Let's see what that does now. So it did 325 damage, and now it deals 450. And converting each extra point of rage into 12 additional damage, only usable on enemies below 20% health. Locking blow rank 4, I guess we'll take that too. And that'll be it. Not going to use slam or dual wield. Because we're going to go two-hander the whole way. Maybe we'll go sword and board sometimes, depending on the boss we fight. All right, so there we go. I guess we're heading over to Thunderbluff now. There's a bunch of places we could go to buy Alturic Swiss. And it's only a stat. You get a stack of 5. I wonder if they're like sold. It's like one of those items where, oh, it's sold out. It's probably one of those. And then you have to just like travel around the world. Just trying to get cheese. What's up with the Soul of Iron buff? What's that? It's just a hardcore buff. That's a terrible explanation. I don't know. It's better if Google explains it. I'll Google it for them. It's just like a buff you get. You can talk to to somebody and just said it's not really a buff. It just says that your character has never died. They came out when they did not have official hardcore servers. Used to give like 1% to all stats, but I'm not sure that is the case anymore. So I remember you used to do that. You used to get 1% all stats for having Soul of Iron. You get it automatically. I think it's in Undercity for Horde. Pretty sure. I think that's where you get it. We still have these tablets. Did I not turn that in? Oh, I messed up. Forgot to turn these tablets in. Okay, I'm gonna sell some junk here. Getting some more coin, that's nice. I don't think this shield's better than this shield, is it? No. Aegis of the Scarlet Commander's way better. I think that's good enough for now. I don't think we'll ever use Aquamarine. I'll vendor that.
Stay away from them.
What else did he say? He said, oh, okay. Sorry, I'm a total noob. Oh, it's so fun. It's okay. I'm happy that you're giving WoW a chance. Can you keep the game alive? I'll be shocked if this game's still going to like 15 years from now, which I think it might. I'll be shocked, but it needs some new lifeblood in it, that's for sure. Like, we need younger... We need, like, Generation Alpha to keep it actually play. But it's still considered, you know, like, if you look it up, like, World of Warcraft's still considered the top MMO, so if you're like, you know what, I want to try playing an MMO, you're most likely going to play WoW. I think, right? So is this guy going to die? No, he's okay. He's getting burned by that fire there. So I just don't know where we want to go next. Where should I go to buy this? I guess we just try Thunder Bluff. And then, you know, we could go to Deathlog, supposedly.
You haven't lived
Try
until
Thunder
you've
Bluff.
looked down on the world from the back of a Wind Rider.
Hopefully we can get some. And then after that, we'll try to get the eggs. And then while we're trying to get the eggs, we'll queue up for, like, Zul'Farrak, see if we can get into one. Too bad no buffs dropped while we were hanging out. All the Wrens are on a timer. So, you have to wait like an hour to get the buffs. But we got all of our abilities upgraded, so that's good. Locking Blow now causes 71 damage. And we can use it as a taunt if we ever need to. It's pretty good to use because, you know, not only is it a taunt, but it does damage. So it's kind of like does even more threat than a taunt, right? I would assume. It's only 6 seconds though, so it's not really like taunt. Taunt kind of just like forces the mob. You kind of just steal all the threat when you taunt. So I need to find out where Innkeeper Pal is. I assume that's right where we land. It's right next to the bank. And if we can't get our 20 Alturic Swiss, then we'll just travel around the world and try to, you know, try to get it. You can get it from chests too. I think some Scarlet Monastery mobs drop it as well. I think, like the Scarlet Crusade, I should say. Especially the ones in the Western Plaguelands. I think they have it. They drop it. I wonder what the highest drop rate is for just mobs. It's yeah, Scarlet Lumberjacks, 27%. There's some they're level 60 Scarlet Lumberjacks. They're actually in a pretty dangerous place. They're right here. Right up in here. I forget the name of this place, but it's like a Scarlet Crusade enclave. Few warrior quests here, I think. Pretty dangerous here. That's why you see a lot of deaths. Few more. Oh, that's sad. This druid died. He died in Stranglethorn Vale, and his last words were, "I'm loving travel form." Yeah. Yeah, I know, man. Just gets some good movement speed, and then you just die. I hate that. So I was kind of worried about, like, I don't want to die in my warrior. We just got to mount, guys. Like, we feel like that druid right now. Brutal if you die on the warrior. She took a lot of damage falling there. Okay, so the innkeeper should be right over here. There she is. Supposedly you sell Alturic Swiss.
As the wind on the plains, you are always welcome here.
Yeah, that's expensive. But we got coin. So there we go. We got our 20. That was easy,
Goodbye.
man. Awesome. All right, so we're going to Hearth 2 back to Tanaris. That was great. So happy that's not limited. Really good food, too. I think that's like the first food we've ever bought from a vendor, right? I'm pretty sure. I didn't buy... I was pretty cheap, and I didn't buy any food at all. Still took us ages to get them out. But yeah, guys, that's going to be the end of today's episode. Next episode, we are going to try to farm the giant eggs. We have the zesty clam meat in the bank. We just need 12 eggs. And supposedly we can get them here from these vultures. So we'll try that next episode, and also try to get into Zul'Farrak. But that is going to be the end of today's episode, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.